Hi, my name is Oriana Bretschker. I'm the CEO and founder of Aquacycl, and welcome to Wastewater Wednesday. So today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which includes cocktails and wastewater, particularly spirits, and how you make spirits in the process of distillation and what the impact is on your wastewater cycles. So in distillation processes, there are many different side streaming opportunities. When you are distilling a whiskey, your wastewater is going to have different components. The draft, which is good animal feed, the pot ale, which might cause you some problems, and the spent lees, which also may be a little bit of a challenge if you've got a copper content in there. 3 different waste streams that come out of the distillation process that have to be handled uniquely depending on where you're located, what your regulations are, and what is the capacity of your operation. Aquacycl can help. We're very happy to talk to anybody who's got challenges specifically with the pot ale and the spent lees. Now, whiskey, which we all know and love, is different in manufacturing process than tequila. In the tequila process, you actually have a different wastewater, which can be challenging, and that is the vinases. That is going to be a very different composition than the pot ale or the draft or the spent lees. And so high concentration, high TSS, important to have a solution that is really tailored to address that specific wastewater for that specific spirit. Now, when you're looking at other spirits, vodka, gin, you're still going to have stillage, which is also high concentrate, high TSS, but it is a different composition than the vinases or anything coming out of whiskey. So important to consider your composition of wastewater in the distillation process for how you should best manage that wastewater for reuse opportunities, for nutrient or energy recovery opportunities, and ultimately helping you save in your operational cost and maximizing your sustainability. So if you're distilling a spirit and you're considering your options for best wastewater management, Aquacycl is here to help. So especially on those high concentrate streams, the pot ale, the vinases, the stillage, right? Those are the streams that typically you'll be considering an anaerobic process to address anyway. And depending on your volume, you may want to go with an anaerobic digester if you've got a high volume flow with very high concentration. High volume meaning anywhere from 500 cubic meters a day, 150,000 gallons a day and above. But if you're below that volume, you might want to consider a solution like Aquacycl, which is an anaerobic process, very small footprint, and is specifically designed to handle those really high concentrates in a way that anaerobic digestion sometimes can be challenged with. And we do this as a service, which means you don't have to touch it. We deal with the problem so you can focus on your production capacity, which is making delicious spirits.